John Thune, what does it mean?
So what all of today means in this context is that Donald Trump believes that his principal enemies are not the Democrats, but are the Republicans in his own party. So Senator Johnson was part of an outside game, Elon Musk, MAGA folks, a lot of online pressure. Give us Rick Scott. We want Rick Scott because they don't believe Thune when Thune says all options are on the table. They know that deep down Thune is an institutionalist, and he wants.
He's been there, done that.
And he wants the Senate to stay the Senate. He cares about the filibuster. He cares about the power of advise and consent. He cares about being a senator. That's his nature. That's who he is. Whereas Rick Scott probably is more willing to do more things in order to get Donald Trump's agenda through. So they vote in the institutionalist, the traditionalist for the Mitch McConnell's replacement. What does Donald Trump do? He sends down the pike the biggest doozy, the biggest lulu of a nomination for the single most important job, the job that is most important in the eyes of those Republican senators, is Attorney General. Sending Matt Gaetz, I don't think Donald Trump thinks that Matt Gaetz is going to get confirmed.
You don't think so?
I do not.
I don't know how a confirmation hearing happens.
We've heard from enough Republican senators today that they're against him, that he doesn't have the vote. So this is an opening shot in what will be a pretty bloody war between Donald Trump and Senate Republicans.
Real quick, Chris, on the other chamber in the House, as I mentioned with Sean, they're playing with the thinnest of margins. 3 House Republicans. They don't have that margin yet. They'll probably be there soon. I would never ask you what's Trump thinking, but what's going on here? Because as even Sean said, that's playing with fire a bit.
Those are both pretty safe seats. And to Sean's point, and they're not going to probably have to worry about the Gaetz seat. Right. I don't think.
But it's when it's the gap between them being nominated and then a special election and then Republicans maybe not having numbers.
I'm going to just say the same thing I've been saying since the election, which is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris lost because they misunderstood what voters were saying and did things that were too far out. And Republicans seem to have taken no lessons from that experience. It's important to get your agenda through. It's important to do whatever. This is not the time for a circular firing squad if you're a Republican. This is the time to find a way to start with what you agree on and work from there.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.